Hey Panthers, we here at the studio want to let you know about the current information on the Pulse. So far, we're still under construction and trying to get the studio back up to a level of quality that we feel satisfied. But so far, we'll let you know about that in the next coming weeks. Until then, are you ready to raise your pulse?
So what are you doing this weekend?
I'm gonna be doing work, and I'm also going to see Dune.
Oh, that's nice.
That's pretty exciting. Rolling.
Oh, well, you know what that means. Welcome to the Pulse. So what's on the agenda?
I think we have some reminders from admin.
We would like to remind students that state law requires students' attendance. Attendance marks that count towards loss of credit are tardies and all absences excused and unexcused. 10 attendance marks prompt a student to qualify for attendance probation and can risk a loss of class credit.
However, COVID-19 quarantines do not count towards loss of credit. On another note, every student must have their iPad fully charged every day.
Cloverfield Lane is about a young woman who wakes up in an underground bunker operated by a man who claims that the Earth is no longer habitable. As the man becomes hostile, she must figure out a way to escape. I thought Cloverfield was good. It just didn't sell me on the franchise. 10 Cloverfield Lane, however, is when I thought to myself, wow, this franchise has potential. One thing I cannot stop praising is that it disregards the usual path of sequels. While Cloverfield had the massive scale of a city, 10 Cloverfield Lane has a confined, tension-filled story inside a bunker. It doesn't rehash what came before, it does something very different, it stands on its own, and it's all the better for it. The acting is really good. In regards to our two leads, Michelle, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and Emmett, played by John Gallagher Jr., are both characters you care about, and they each have an arc that pays off in a satisfying way. But the standout here is their captor, Howard, played by John Goodman. It's weird to think of John Goodman in this role, given that his previous work is the opposite of this character. But he nails it. He's the reason there's a great sense of tension. He's big and intimidating, making even a simple dinner scene tense. I also appreciate how he's not treated like a complete villain. What he says and what he believes are often reasonable. He's just allowed himself to become a bit insane as a result. Later on, we learn about something horrible he once did. But given his backstory, you can understand and almost sympathize with why he did what he did. There's other moments where he'll say or do something funny or have a more tender conversation with someone that shows he's still a decent person underneath the rough edges. You put all that together and Howard is a surprisingly complex character to have in a franchise like Cloverfield. As for issues, two characters work well together. It's just that there could have been more scenes inhabited only by them. I will say that the writers gave these people more time than any of the relationships in Cloverfield, but I wish their dynamic could have breathed longer before the story takes a certain direction. And the last 12 to 13 minutes feel like another movie. What preceded stands on its own so much, the end has to do all the hard work to attach the film to the Cloverfield universe. Those stronger connections should have been spread out instead of handled all at once. Because then you have 80 minutes that are grounded in reality that goes to a finale that's unnecessarily spectacular. Despite the few issues I had, 10 Cloverfield Lane is a great showcase of the choices that sequels and film follow-ups should make more often. I'm gonna give 10 Cloverfield Lane an A-.
Hello! I'm here to bring attention to the JROTC Panther Battalion and show off all they have in store this productive year. They're doing so much this year, like the academic team's national championship in Washington, D.C., serving at the Flagstaff Air Show, and completing a fundraising car wash here at Cocoa just last month. Their special teams have already finished the first round of nationwide cyber competition, and the rifle team traveled to its first in-person invitational match against 14 other Arizona teams this past weekend. Upcoming events will include a JRTC Sports Day on October 30th, a state qualifying rifle match in November, a blood drive on December 1st, and marching in the Flagstaff Holiday Parade on December 11th. Good job, JRTC, and good luck to all the members of the Panther Battalion.
So Alex, what do you think of the Pulse so far?
I think we're doing pretty good considering our circumstances.
I give it a solid B. It's interesting, but there's no emotional core to it.
I mean, I guess. The characters are okay.
Meh. Remember that masks are a key to staying in person as long as possible. Always wear them over your nose and mouth.
Due to traffic in the hallways, there will be no hall passes issued during the first and last 10 minutes of class.
But what if you ask at the last 10 minutes and half of a second?
I don't think the teachers are counting that much.
I mean, it's because it's not the last 10 minutes, it's the last 10 minutes and half a second.
Well, who knows? Some of the teachers might be lenient.
Yeah, I see that. Anyway, let's head to sports.
Hey Panthers, I'm Jackson.
And I'm Zoe.
Welcome back to Panther Sports. We had a very eventful week last week. Volleyball had 2 games, one against Mojave and one against Mingus. They were able to get a win in both games.
Fall played a game on the 15th against Prescott, but couldn't get a win. Golf closed out their season last Tuesday in Sedona.
There is one golfer going to state tomorrow. Good luck to Connor Callahan.
What's going on this week?
Volleyball has their rivalry game tonight at home against Flag High. Freshman at 4, JV at 5, and varsity at 6.
Then, 9-10 football has a game against Bradshaw High.
Then on Thursday, volleyball has their last game of the year against Estrella Foothills at home.
Finally, on Friday, varsity football has a game in Prescott against Bradshaw High.
And now, let's get back to headquarters.
By the way, who are you gonna be for Halloween?
I'm gonna be a character from my favorite video game.
Who?
Kara from Detroit Become Human.
I've seen Stranger Things.
Is that it?
Well, no. Yeah, I guess it is.
Okay.
Face your fears, Panthers. Roar!